But I did want to know how much additional research did you have to do, or did you already have it all up here just from years of fandom?
No, I'm not a person who it doesn't stick in my head. Like I know there are people who are really good at being like in issue 17 in 1972. Da, 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 da. Like I'm not that person. I can have read a comic book 7 times and I still will be like, what issue was that? Like I can't tell you how many times I've looked up the issue where of I think it's Spectacular Spider-Man where Felicia Black Cat is horrified that she sees Peter Parker's face for the first time. Like it's one of my favorite storylines. It's one of my favorite issues, and still, every time I want to reference it, I have to Google it to remember what issue it's in. Like I cannot remember that stuff. So I did a lot of reading. I reread like all of Ms. Marvel. I reread a ton of Ultimate for Miles, and I reread a ton of Squirrel Girl, the Ryan North and Erica Henderson, which is one of the best comics that exists. It's so funny. So a lot of research, but fun research again.
So if Marvel comes to you and they say, Preeti, we're throwing out all continuity, don't even worry about it. We're gonna create the U universe from now on. You could have any combination of characters and any genre of story. There's a lot of pressure on one question.
Yep.
So we'll just say it's not definitive. You would probably come up with a different idea tomorrow. But for tonight, while we're chatting, what would you do if you had total free reign?
Oh my god. I mean, it's hard because my favorite characters, I don't know would work that super fun in a story together. Because, like, my favorite characters from Marvel are, like, Spider-Man, Ms. Marvel, Nightcrawler, Gambit. Like, I don't know how well that dynamic would work. I feel like it would be, like, part chaos, part, like, super forlorn. Like, Nightcrawler kind of bringing it down a little bit every so often. Oh, that's such a hard question because I think one of my favorite comics of the recent era is Loki, Agent of Asgard from Al Ewing. And of course, the artist's name is escaping me, even though I think he's amazing. But what I really like about what they did was playing with the very idea of narrative and the very idea of story and how that works in a universe like comics where everything is so broad and gets reset so frequently and how nothing lasts forever except certain truths unless it's like way far AUs. I think that would be really fun to play with someone who's had a very long history in comics like Nightcrawler, who's had a very, very long history in Marvel, and what his story actually means and what it means for him to be a character in a universe like that, I think could be really cool.
And have you got a villain or villains that you'd want to use?
I would say a new villain. I would want someone new. But I'm going to hold that close to my chest because, maybe I'll get to write them someday.
And if Marvel says no, it's a new character, it could be that could be just a you thing.
Yeah.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Teleportation.
Good choice.
Easy, but long distance. Like, not like any of this, like, you can only go 10 feet nonsense. Like, I want to be able to go anywhere.
Like off planet? Dr.
Anywhere.
Manhattan style?
Like, no rules. I can teleport anywhere.
Like to the start of my life, so I'm also working in Backdoor Live Forever. I just teleported back to the start.
That's your time. No. Time travel is stressful. No. Only no time travel.
Fair enough. I've opened up all sorts of continuity issues for you.